Today I challenged myself to do something I didn't think I could do, and that was to swim in the freezing cold water all the way out to this buoy and then back. And I didn't think I could do it, but I was like, oh, let's just try it anyway. Kara's filming me, I gotta do it for the gram. So I start swimming out there, and halfway there I'm like, oh crap, I don't know if I can do this. And then when I finally get to the buoy, I'm like, I don't know if I can swim all the way back. I'm like freezing up, cramping up, it's getting really hard. And then I realized when I made it, right? But when I got out of the water, I realized, I was like, I'm so glad I learned how to swim. Like, some people don't know how to swim. If I didn't know how to swim, I'd be dead. And right now, in the world, a lot of people don't know how to make money for themselves. They're reliant on a boss, on an employer. They don't know how to make money online for themselves, even though they're really passionate about things that they could package up and sell. But they're just not sure how to do it. They've never been taught. There was no education in their family about that. There's no education in their school about that. There's no education in their community about that. They just never learned how to sell things online in a way that feels really, really good and in a way that feels really authentic. I'm not talking going on eBay and flipping things. I'm talking about packaging up what you know and selling it in the form of online course or online coaching. And so it got me thinking. It made me realize, like, what's the number one thing that's like really stopping people from actually doing it? Is it not knowing how to do it, or is it like a confidence thing, or maybe it's a combination of the two? And then I got on a call with a girl, and she was telling me how she wants to start selling online courses, but she feels like she needs to know more than she knows now with regard to the topic that she wants to talk about. And so I told her, I was like, if you think you need to know more than you do right now before you ever get started, if you think you need to be more knowledgeable, be more of an expert, be more certified, you're going to think the same thing tomorrow. Because the truth is, tomorrow is going to come, and you're going to still feel like you could be more knowledgeable, feel like you could be more of an expert, more qualified. And the next day is going to come, and you're going to feel the same way, in the same way, in the same way. Nothing's going to change. And I know that because I've been there myself. I kept feeling like, dude, there's people out there way more qualified than me to teach this stuff. Why would I ever teach it? And so I kept like letting other people do all the teaching, and I never did it. And then I remembered Frank Abagnale from the movie Catch Me If You Can. Leonardo DiCaprio plays his character. And in the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio plays, Frank Abagnale, who's like a con man. But what this con man does is he pretends to be a teacher at the university, and he ends up teaching an entire semester at this university, despite not even being the professor. And so when he gets arrested many years later, the officials, or the police officers, are like, hey, how did you teach that class in university if you weren't even the teacher? Like, how did you get away with that? And he's like, it was simple. I just stayed one chapter ahead. I would assign the students chapter 1 when I was on chapter 2. I'd assign them chapter 2 when I was on chapter 3, and so forth. So you just stayed a chapter ahead. And then it made me realize, like, wow, like, you really can just help a lot of people by staying a chapter ahead. And that chapter may look like a year ahead. So maybe you're only your first year in to whatever it is you're doing, but you now already know a whole year's worth more than someone else. And so my friend Nico, he's learning YouTube ads right now. He's only been running YouTube ads for maybe 6 months or something, but in my mind, he's an expert. I'd be happy to pay him to teach me YouTube ads as well, because I know nothing about YouTube ads. I've never ran them before. He's already got 6 months of experience running these ads. And so it's just like, you don't need to be a long-term expert. You just need to know more than most people. And so I asked this girl on the phone, I was like, what's something you can talk about nonstop right now for 5 hours straight? And right away, without hesitation, she's like, raw veganism, raw foods. And I was like, there you go. And I was like, do you feel that you know more about raw foods and raw veganism than 99% of the people on the planet? And she said, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, right there, boom. You know more about raw foods than 99% of the planet. That right there tells you that in most people's eyes, you are an expert. So to answer the question of like, how much of an expert do you need to be, you really just need to be a chapter ahead of everyone else. And that chapter can look like being a year ahead, or even just 6 months ahead, maybe even a couple months ahead. But wherever you're at right now, if you're super passionate about something, you can teach it online, and you can sell it in a course. You can offer coaching for it. You could offer coaching for it, get some more experience, and then create a course and let people know the course is based on all the things you learned after being a coach for so many years or so many months. So if you're worried about not being knowledgeable enough or not being an expert enough, just know you're going to feel the same way tomorrow. Are there people out there right now who know more about whatever I'm teaching than I do? Yeah, for sure. But people are still paying me for my advice because it's very helpful to where they're at right now. So are people going to know more about your topic than you? Yeah, for sure. Some people just specialize in like this one thing, that's all they do. But they may not be the best coaches. They may not be the best teachers. That's where you can come in. And you may not be the best teacher, but you can get better just by doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And the more of a teacher, the more you teach, the more you master the topic, and the better you get at being a teacher. So if you're thinking about getting started selling online courses, I want to show you exactly how I'm doing it and how you can do it as well. I've been doing it now for over 2.5 years. Oh, more than that. Over 3 years now. And I'll show you exactly how I got started selling courses, how I got started selling ebooks, how I got started selling coaching in the raw food niche, but how you can do it in any niche that you like. So I found a very small niche, raw fooders, and I was able to create a 30-day raw food challenge inside of that course. Go on, sell it for, go on and make thousands of dollars a month with it. And I walk you through exactly how I got started with that in the link in the description. And I show a bunch of other really cool examples of how you can get started as well in that class. So if you're interested in getting started, if you're interested in learning online course sales or being an online coach or selling ebooks online, the link in the description of this video will take you to Ted Carr class. It's a free 40-minute, 50-minute, hour-long training. Depending on when you're watching this, it's always getting updated, always getting latest training in there. So go ahead, check out that free training, and let me know what you think. If you have any questions after, feel free to reach out. I'll do my best to answer the questions for you. But to sum it up, how knowledgeable do you need to be? You just need to be one chapter ahead. Stay one chapter ahead. And start putting out the content on YouTube, on Instagram, teaching people what you know right now. Teach people what you know right now. Build a name for yourself. Build an audience for yourself. And start selling online courses and make a full-time income doing it so that you can be like the person who knows how to swim. All right, cheers for now. Peace out, much love. Hope you're safe, hope you're doing well, and can't wait to see you in real life one day. All right, check out the link in the description to get the free training. Peace.